つ頼んでいい？私魔女にはなりたくない。
The saddest moment in anime is when the episode ends. The screen turns black, and you see your face reflected off your monitor. But beside that, there are numerous anime that put us to tears and deprive us of sleep. So if your day's been good so far, here are the top 10 heartbreaking moments in anime that mess with your heart. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and press on that bell icon and set us all to be notified about our latest videos. Coming in at number 1, we have Black Bullet. It is painful enough to watch people who promise you something but can't keep it to their end. Well, have you ever thought of how it feels for those who made a promise to protect others but fail to keep that promise? I can't ever imagine what's going on in RENTARO'S head after he promised them that he wouldn't let anything happen to them and he finds them all dead. The anime turns from a happy scene with lollies for a harem to mass murder real quick. The anime really caught me by surprise. I never expected the classroom to turn into a crime scene, but the most heartbreaking thing is after this scene, we see Rentaro read what the girls wrote about what they wanted to do after the end of the war. That night when I watched that episode, I couldn't finish it. Coming in at number 9, we have AKAME ga Kill, TATSUMI's death. The death of the night raid hit differently from one character to another. For me, the death of TATSUMI hit harder than any other character. His death isn't as brutal as the other members, but what makes his final moments difficult to watch is because Night Raid has lost so much already. Most of them are people he grew to love and care for, yet they all left him behind. The fact that he died saving people who hated him hurt me worst. He could have let them die and live his life happily ever after with AKAME, but he chose to be a hero. A hero nobody asked for. It hurt to watch a great character with great character development die.
約束しただろ。生きて戻ると言ったのに。辰巳。バトン。諦め。
Coming in at number 8, we have Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby pushes the question of what makes someone a monster. This scene from episode 9 where Miki was brutally murdered showed us the cruelty of us humans. What makes this scene special is that it played out as if she was gonna live. Akira is gonna come swooping in and save her. Yet a fraction of hope was ripped away from us as she was shot in the leg. But not all hope was lost, and the author knew that. So when that van pulled up to her and she saw Wamu's lifeless body fall out, we knew this was gonna be ugly. But never to the degree of seeing her body ripped open. To add to the pain, Akira rushes toward the burning house with those men just dancing around Miki and Wamu's torn body on a stick with a sick smile on their face. It just killed my soul. Coming in at number 7, we have Dororo'S past. Many Japanese samurai anime show the perspective of samurai, their fame and glory. But in Dororo, we saw feudal Japan through the eyes of the innocent civilians whose lives were dragged into the flame of war. Dororo and his family were no different as his father was killed in front of him by the samurai. But that is not the saddest part. The sad part happened after his father was killed and he lived on the run with his mother. The part that touched me the most is when his mother used her hand as a bowl to feed him. She put up a smile and showed no expression of pain, so as not to worry her child while also keeping him from being irrational. If that is not touching enough, The part where she collapses on the red spider Lily, telling her child not to worry. She is just taking a nap.
大丈夫だよ。少し休めばおいで、ドロロ。いつか戦は終わる。どうして手紙を書くの？誰に書くの？お父さんはもういないのに。大事な手紙なの。お母さんは嘘ばっかり。嘘じゃないわ。
Coming in at number 6, we have Violet Evergarden and Letter. Nothing beats a parent's love. And in this episode of Violet Evergarden, they did it well, by showing how much Anne's mother loves her even after death. The saddest part of this episode is how her mother always watches over her and accompanies her even though she wasn't there. You can imagine how much the letter meant to Anne, and probably got her through her worst day. Moreover, we got to watch her grow up from a kid to a married woman with a child, with the letter always reminding her of her mother. It is more touching than sad.
ずっと見守ってるわ。
Coming in at number 5, we have Full Metal Alchemist. Nina turned into a chimera. Characters that torture children or animals deserve their own spot in hell. And as humans, we saw it morally wrong to do such a thing. That is why I was shocked when it was revealed Nina and Alexander were fused together just to save the bastard Tucker's state qualification. The scene where she called out Edward's name and added Oni-chan at the end broke me. I sat down with a mixture of sadness, anger, and absolute disgust, but also hoped that they could turn her back. But in the end, it is revealed she can't be helped. She is stuck like this forever. Worst of all, it always reminded me of that scene every time I saw a meme related to her.
お父さん哀れな。
ありがとう。私のために泣いてくれて。
Coming in at number 4, we have Plastic Memories, ISLA's Death. Plastic Memories is a classic laughing with despair type of anime, complete with comedy and drama. It has a bitter and sad build-up to the depressing end for a great show. Isla is a veteran Giftia marksman with no emotion, but to Tsukasa, she's an innocent child who is just bad at expressing emotion. To top it up, she is clumsy and usually makes mistakes during her retrieval mission, but these mistakes made her human. Tsukasa's love for her is strong enough for him to turn a blind eye on the fact he can't save her and do whatever we can to make her final moment happy. But this backfired as he was not willing to let go. At the same time, he can't keep her close, and we as the viewer understand that. Their talk about the future reminded him that in the future, she isn't there for him anymore. They can't have a happy ending. Isla noticed Tsukasa's unwillingness to let go and told him one last time that she was happy to meet him. This hurt so much the first time I watched it because the anime reflects on how some people in life are just memories. The future we walk down. The path called life.
最後にあなたと会えてよかった。ありがとう。みんなにもありがとう。その時です。私は走り出したのです。
Coming in at number 3, we have Kaori's letter to Kosai. Your lie in April. You all knew this would be on the list as everyone got this anime recommended to them at some point in life, and you definitely should pick it up as it is one of the best anime out there. Kaori's letter is a good 9 minutes of pain and sorrow as she writes her final message for her lover, knowing she won't be able to stand by him. The letter narrated the entire story from when she started playing violin. Each scene reminded us of the good and fun memories and moments together. How close they grew to one another, but at the end, they can't be. Another reason why it is so hard to watch is because Kosei kept the letter and reread it from time to time, having a fake conversation with Kaori and holding on to his memories.
有馬昴生君、君が好きです。好きです。好きです。
Coming in at number 2, we have Grave of the Fireflies. Grave of the Fireflies is a really moving and heart-touching film about a boy and his sister trying to survive World War II. This film shows the other side of war, the death and suffering of the innocents just to serve one ideology. Setsuko is heartbreaking to watch, especially the part where she hallucinates and gives her brother the stone, believing it to be a rice ball. The part that got me crying is when she ate the watermelon and thanked her brother one last time. It just felt like all their struggle and pain piled up within me, and when she thanked him and passed away, it just burst the feelings I've had bottled up since the start of the movie.
兄ちゃん、おおきに。
節子はそのまま目を覚まさなかった。
俺があいつに出会ったこと、付き合い、結婚したこと、そして子供を作ったこと、その全てが間違いだったと。
And number 1 goes to CLANNAD After Story, Tomoya's Emotional Torment. CLANNAD After Story is an anime that forever burns into my brain. If you had watched the prequel of the anime, CLANNAD, then this hurt twice as bad as you get to witness their bittersweet life story, which further explains how devastated Tomoya is after losing his wife, and then also losing his only daughter, the last connection he had with his wife. To cope with this, Tomoya works like no tomorrow, and on his break he spent time wasting his earnings. He kept himself busy so he wouldn't think of her nor regret his decision. This makes him really relatable, as I too do the same to cope up with reality. His life is a living hell, with an inescapable reality that always creeps up on him.
俺たちはどこへ行こうとしているのだろう。
Alright, looks like that was today's list for the top 10 saddest moments in anime. Don't forget to tell me your ranking in the comment section down below. If you believe that there was another anime that should be on this list, then tell us down in the comments below as well. If you enjoyed this anime, then hit the like button, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to support me, then become a member of this channel and enjoy exclusive content that I make for members only. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.